All right, man, bringing it to you live and direct on a nice Saturday afternoon on this long battle rap New York weekend. One event down, three more to go. Chrome 23 Cancel Christmas is officially in the books. I was in the building and I want to talk to you guys a little bit of my experience in the building. I had a lot of conversations with different MCs. My brief thoughts on the battle, because if you want my full thoughts on the battle, you can go to letstalkbattlerap.com. Our recap article is now available. So go ahead and go to the website and check out our Chrome 23 Cancel Christmas recap and breakdown of all the battles. You know what I'm saying? It's up there for you guys. Me and Vlad will definitely be doing a podcast on Monday to talk about everything that went down over the weekend. So many storylines, and it's just crazy. I got home late last night, was up writing all night, editing this morning, published it, and we get to do it all over again tonight and the next day. So we working today. Big salute to Chrome 23. First and foremost, this is their 10th event so far as a league, and they're 2 months away from their second year in the game. So I got to salute to that, because I have been to 9 out of the 10 Chrome events thus far. That's correct. I've been to 9 out of the 10 Chrome events thus far. I've been to some very good events, some very electric events. I've been to some that might have been a bit lackluster, underwhelming, and a bit chaotic with the way it was organized. And I've been to some where it was very well organized, and some of the battles just didn't hold up their end of the bargain. But one thing I can say is that as time is progressing, Remy and the Chrome 23 staff is making the adjustments to continue to curate a good environment and space for people and everybody to have fun. It's very hard to not have fun when you go to these events. Like, it's really hard to not have fun in the building. You could watch a battle that you might not really enjoy, or it doesn't really have the content for you to want to go run it back, or it might not have replay value, but being with the people there physically just makes the experience more enjoyable, right? And again, big salute to the staff. They always take care of me when I pull up. I've seen the security, my man Daniel, the photographer, working, Vinny holding it down. So I really appreciate that always. I did bring Remy an Xmas gift too. I brought a little gift, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, "Yo, I like this, man. How you be paying attention?" And I was like, "Hey, listen, man. It's my job to pay attention. All right, it's my job to pay attention." you know, um, you know, little quick overview of all the battles. Right, Taz and Shiest Raw went down, and I want to say this, man. They opened the night, um, and the night started around 9 o'clock. We got out of there before midnight. You can't ask for anything more than that. I love when battle rap events are in and out, especially in the city on a Friday night. Turn up time, but the opener, Taz and Shiest Raw. I got a list of battle rappers that, like, if I don't ever see them perform again, I don't feel like I would lose any sleep. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it's just a level of lackluster delivery or uninspired execution that just kind of results in mediocrity, and it just kind of leaves me indifferent. And that's how I felt about Shiest Raw performance. I've been to a handful of Shiest Raw performances live. I've seen her on live streams too. I have not been impressed. I have not been impressed in a lot. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even say that I was surprised the results, because I haven't seen any different results in that. But as for Taz, it's a really good accolade to say my Chrome 23 debut was a 30. I do have Taz winning every round convincingly clear, but she's still a really raw talent. You know what I'm saying? She's still figuring out how to really structure her material, how to really get engaged with the crowd. And again, she's really fairly new to battling. So we have to be patient and let her develop and grow as time progresses. But I do think at this point in time, she should continue to stay in those circuits of like Bars and Roses, OSBL, other stages and stuff like this, where she can kind of continue to find out who she is as a battle rapper, maybe take some lumps along the way of the journey, or learn some hard lessons throughout trial and tribulation, and really, really developed her craft so that she could become a productive and professional battle rapper. But I think she is talented, and I'm looking forward to see her do some more work. I will be following her career. I've been paying attention. I'm happy she made it this far. Still a long way to go. Still a lot in the drawing board to get back to. But listen, patience. We got to give these guys. We need to be patient with people that are fairly new in the game. It doesn't happen overnight, especially not in this game. QB Black Diamond versus Hart. Listen, this match just rings the nostalgia bells. Okay, this is one of those battles where you say to yourself, "How does this not happen yet?" You know what I'm saying? It's classic. It fulfills our hearts. These are two all-time greats in the lane of female battle rap or just battle rap in general. And you say to yourself, how have they not clashed? And they finally clashed. And I can easily say it was battle of the night for me. The most enjoyable back and forth. And Hart easily had the best performance of the night. My Lord have mercy. That second round from Hart, bruh. How you gonna die from a heart beating? We never see this bitch again like a stimulus. She's losing her mind that second round. Absolutely losing her mind. I do think I got to give a lot of credit to QB. I thought the first round was competitive, and at some point, QB has enough awareness to realize, okay, I don't think I'm gonna win this room over, or Hart is just clicking on all cylinders. So I have to stay committed to my delivery and my energy so that I could perform this to the best of my ability, so that on camera, on replay, bar for bar, you can make the argument for me. And I think she's still committed to that. So I think, if you're a QB fan, you're going to have enough to pick through, pick apart everything. But as far as for me, for the winning components of a battle, Hart just let the pace, was in control, had the best round of the battle. The performance is off the charts. I definitely got to salute Hart. MVP of the night. MVP of the night. Charlie Clips in C3. Again, this is just a quick little overview. Me and Vlad gonna get into much more details on our Monday podcast. And again, let's talk about it.com. You go ahead and read the recaps. Clips in C3. Boy, so much to say here, though. Obviously 2 weeks ago, Titus, staff writer at LTBR, published a piece about Charlie Clips that was titled "Charlie Clips Can't Freestyle His Legacy Back," and the Clips article came out prior to the QB battle. We have the RB members only. We support. So we saw the battle about 4 days before everybody else in media and the fans saw it. So when they saw the Clips piece, they were like, why is it? Where is this coming from? This came out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Then the battle dropped 4 days later, and they're like, oh, that's why LTBR said what they said. Yeah. And we weren't mentioned in this media scheme that Clips had in the third, because I had a chance to talk to him, and he said thank you to Titus. He said thank you. He's not mad at Titus's article. And he knows he gets a lot of love here. For God's sakes, you can scroll on Charlie Clips' Instagram page and see about 2 or 3 LTBR graphics of us highlighting some of his most decorated accolades or special milestones. All right. There's only 2 people in the world. Oh, I'm sorry. There's only 2 people in America that have over 100 million views in their total catalog, and that's Clips and Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? This, we all know he's somebody's GOAT, one of our GOATs, my GOAT. But he just wasn't performing at it. He wasn't performing at that level, so we kept him accountable. We kept it real with him, and he heard all the noise. He heard all of the noise. I don't believe him that he told ARP that he planned all this. I don't believe all that. But I will say, though, he heard the noise. He definitely brought a much more improved and brought more effort to this performance. Minimal freestyle, still some freestyles, but minimal to the point where we do like it. You know what I'm saying? It was the freestyles we like versus the freestyles we don't like. Some schemes there that was, I'm not cheering for Ron Jeremy in a scheme. I'm not doing that. But then some other schemes was good. You know what I'm saying? I got to show C3 some love, because I thought C3 realized, like, yo, they're going to wake this beast up, so I better play the long game. She had a solid first round and kept just going uphill. Her second round had a lot of heavy bars that I felt like you can easily make the argument that she won that second round. But Clips obviously starts to freestyle about C the boss and C3 right there, and it kind of snatched the momentum in his favor. C3's mirror match. She can, anything you can do, I can do too. So she hit him with some rebuttals herself. You know what I'm saying? And I thought C3 closed the battle out very strong. I actually gave it a third round. And I've seen people arguing for her to win the second, but I was very content with this battle. Clips is very infectious with his charisma. Like it's he's mastered that level of just energy and personality and charisma in his delivery, and the way he just presents himself. That presence is unmatched. So it's very difficult to not enjoy Charlie Clips battle in person. You know what I'm saying? I can tell when the content isn't there enough for somebody on camera to not enjoy it, because if you're on camera watching a battle, you're not going to get a handful of all those elements that he brings as a performer. I've been watching Charlie Clips live since 2011. I've seen him in his first battle back against Averb to now. Like, I very rarely, I don't say rarely, I've been disappointed before, but more times than not in person, I very much enjoy what he brings to the table, and I'm happy that this time around he took it a little bit more serious than normal. Still have C3 winning the battle. C3 did her thing. I got to give C3 her props too. But I was happy, and congratulations to Charlie Clips on announcing he would be having a baby boy on the way. So big salute to that. Breaking news inside of a battle, right? um, and the main event, Bigg K and Jaz. I have thoughts on this, right? Because this battle had massive implications for Cody and Wody, for both of them. Jaz obviously probably going to be on the Cody list. She's probably a top 10 MC for the year. I never really fully bought the narrative that she could win Cody, just because I'm looking at people like Twerk and Bigg K. They have such a dynamic year with a chance to really close it out this weekend. But I could definitely see her being high on the Cody list and helping her solidify a chance for a second Wody belt. I could definitely see that. But for Bigg K, he's been a front runner damn near since June for a lot of people and a lot of people in media. I know everybody does not have him as a front runner, so I don't want to say everybody, but at least for us over here, we definitely had him number one for the majority of the year. And I was a little bit concerned because as time progressed for Bigg K, I started to see him just wind down a bit. From after that young ill first round, like I feel like I've seen a dip in the quality and the potency of his punches and his material. Like his Sharon battle, obviously debatable. I have Sharon winning though, and his Jaz battle, he's winning our Twitter poll currently by like 52% to Jaz's 48 or 53 to 47. Like it's a very coin toss thing in the air. And the battle just it was a strange style matchup, but it made sense because of the year they had. But stylistically, we was always wondering like what kind of content can they bring to each other for real. And Jaz's first round was electric. She was lighting them up. I thought her first round was definitely the best round of the battle. Bigg K started to cook a little bit in that first round with it. It took me out the blue room because you get Remy in the red, and then he turned the stove off. You know what I'm saying? And then Jaz's second round, I thought she had a very good second round, but she has a moment where she goes 7 seconds without rapping. Like she just stopped, and I counted it. It's 7 full seconds. In fact, shout out to King of the Dot. They had a whole judging rule book in their rule book that if you go 7 seconds without rapping, that's technically a choke. I don't know. I don't know. Everybody wants to play the choke and stumble police thing when these things happen, especially when their favorites are involved. All I want to say is this: I've never seen Jaz as choppy as that. Like that, she had that 7-second little buffer, had another stumble in her second round, and then her third round, she had 2 harder stumbles and like a couple slips of the word, so maybe like 3 in total, maybe 4. But like in the whole battle, that's like 4 or 5 stumbles. But now I'm gonna twist it though. Bigg K has some too. In his first round, he has a stumble real early on, real early on. But his stumbles, he finds the right medium to like cover it up, where he's just repeating the last line and gets right back into it. But I thought I was gonna have him losing that round clear anyway. It was Jaz's best round of her performance and of the entire battle. He wasn't gonna win that round regardless. And then in the second round, he also has a stumble, and I counted it. His stumble was 4 seconds long, but he kept repeating the last bar and got right back into it. Like he didn't have a moment of silence. He didn't have multiple versions of slipping and stuttering and narcissist. I like that one though. I did like the narcissist stutter from Jaz. I thought it was comedic. She pulled up the scroll again. The scroll had Tata's name on it. Shout out to Tata. You know what I'm saying? There's moments of the battle I really liked, but obviously because these are 2 MCs that people are saying they can arguably be number 1 in their respective awards or overall probably top 5, top 10 in the world, period. Like you obviously have very high expectations for them. They're also the main event, and they're both trying to put a ribbon on a very powerful year. So, I ain't all the way mad at it. Also, this is Jaz's 6th battle this year. It's the most she's battling in the calendar year, if I'm not mistaken. This is Bigg K's 6th battle this year. And let me pull this up because this is important. Hold on, y'all. Looking at Bigg K's catalog here. Oh my God. Because I think 6 is damn near the second most he's done in a year. because the most Bigg K's ever done in 1 year was 7. And this year he did 6 battles. And the time he did 7 battles was back in 2014. So it's been quite some time since he's gotten this active. You know what I'm saying? Fun fact, very, very fun fact. Let me see if I can pull this up on Twitter here. In 2014, when we had battlerap.com at the time, shout outs to Battle Rap Chris and everybody out there that used to do the editorials for them. BattleRap.com used to do yearly awards as well. And in 2014, look at this. Who was the Battler of the Year in 2014? It was Bigg K. Who was the Battler of the Year in 2014? It was Jaz the Rapper. Funny enough, Jaz had 1 battle and Bigg K had 7. Um, and then he subtracted it 6. So the year 6. I don't know. Six is following everything. I ain't trying to be a numerologist right now, but it's just interesting how 10 years later we're still kind of having the same dialogue, and then these two battle. Like it's a very interesting full circle moment here. But nonetheless, I do think the battle obviously just had a very unrealistic standard to live up to, and I was a bit disappointed in just, I guess, the level of performance I got from both of them, only because of they're both held to very high esteem right now. Bigg K, Bigg K's content in the second and third don't even really do as much to separate it. Like you're really probably looking at Jaz like, yo, I feel like you blew the lead or you beat yourself a bit more than I felt like Bigg K fully won it at times, because like I'm liking some of the stuff in the second and third round, but I just didn't feel like the content was a massive margin between what him and Jaz brought to the table. So if you have Jaz winning, like I'm not gonna argue. If you have Bigg K winning, I think you're perfectly well right to have Bigg K winning as well. So like it just ended up being one of those battles where I don't feel like it really moves the needle for neither of their cases. And if anything, if you want to nitpick against them, they like here's the thing about Cody and Woe. Let me tell you something, right? At some point in time, 6, 7, 8 months into the year, it starts to shape, right? And at the beginning of the third quarter, you kind of know who's like projected to be top 5. And that means they had such a good year that we're going to, their floor is between like 6, 5, 4. You know what I'm saying? That's where you're probably going to rank them. That's their floor. But at this point, you're being compared to the people that are also having this dynamic of a year. So moving forward from this point on, you have separated yourself from the curve of everybody else. You're with the people that had the most exceptional year. So we have no choice but to nitpick. So any little flaw you present to us is for us to further either strengthen or weaken your case. And all I think they did with this one is just create more nitpicks for themselves instead of it being as net positive as it could have been. But big salute to Big Back Jaz, man. 6 battles in a year is not easy. It's not for everybody. She already got one Wody belt. And she's very well in position to still have another one, because at the end of the day, there's still a factor of Cody Wody that's out of your control. All you can do is perform to the best of your abilities and choose your battles wisely. The people that are around you that are contenders, their performances are going to matter as well. So whatever Coffee and Hustle does this weekend, to be continued. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back on Monday to talk more about that. But I'll leave it at that, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I might edge this battle to Bigg K off cleanliness, but if you have Jaz off content and material, I got no arguments. She was more direct, a bit more creative. You know what I'm saying? You look at her third round, she had the anti-URL beginning where you're like, you so anti-URL, you block pages. You go against Smack So Bad, you face the heroin. After all the men did the work, I still got to cook. Fight the work here like Waffle House, and Bigg K not caring about black culture and comparison between a woman and a white man, a black woman and a white man. Very, very, very good concepts. I think I tell this to Jaz. I like the concepts in those rounds. I did. I just felt like between the two hard stumbles and some of the slips in between, I felt like I just never fully 100% connected with it. But then you look at Bigg K's third round, I don't feel like there's that much to offer there neither. Like he's got the 911 operator jokes going, right? He's got the whole crack of dawn, ashes blonde. So half a John to the pack is gone. He's got more jokes about the way Jaz looks. He's got the bars good, like Medical Soul, Pen Game, Pen Game like a wrestling coach. You eloquent roach. That's a ridiculous transition bar. What the hell? What you calling a woman an eloquent roach? This is crazy. But I did really fuck with the you wake up and download a personality bar. That was hard. So I don't know. Like the content isn't like this ain't no battle I'm down on no hill for. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, Solid event, solid event. I enjoyed myself in the building. They get to see Murder Mook in the building. Mook chopped it up. Mook was like, "You got me losing." I'm like, "I'm on the record. I got you winning." Mook's like, "Yo, man, what's going on here? We're supposed to keep this rivalry going. I ain't no rivalry, bro. You proved me wrong." I told Mook, I was like, "Look, man, I told you. We just ain't see you be electric. We just want to see you perform. You was against all this dancing stuff, but you did, and they loved it." His response wasn't, "You know what? I'm gonna stay in that bag." So I can't wait for homecoming. Homecoming's gonna be fun. Did see Coffee too. You know what I'm saying? She's saying she's excited for 40. It's gonna be in the ring. So, you know, it's the first time in the ring as well. So that's gonna be interesting. And of course, you got the battles, Tay Rock's battle. We got a Nitty battle this weekend. We got an A-War battle this weekend. We got a Danny Myers battle this weekend. We got some good raps on the way today. You hear me? So shout out to Chrome 23. They did all right. You know what I'm saying? The main event didn't really live up to the hype. The opener was not good, but I did get 2 vintage level performers from some goats, so I take that. And I got in and out early, so I'll take that. All right, man. That's all for me. A little quick 20 minutes of just what happened at Cancel Christmas for me and my experience. We're gonna get more in depth on Monday with all this very, very long, maybe 2.5 hour podcast with Vlad. And we'll be back tonight for more action. Be on the lookout for the timeline for news reports, quotes, updates, highlights, clips, all that. Let's Talk Battle Rap and LTBR podcast on all the socials. We out of here. See y'all later tonight.